Welcome, everyone. Just waiting for everybody to get situated. Welcome to the Kelly Kitchen, where we are going to have some food and some health and some fun. You guys, I am thrilled with the response that I have gotten for this sauerkraut soup. Who knew? I had no idea, but makes me excited. Yay! So it has been a very, very, very busy weekend, and my newsletter went out very late. So you probably just got the recipe in your inbox this afternoon. But all the recipes that we're making tonight you can find on my website, thekellikitchen.com. And thank you so much for joining me. So we're going to get started because the first thing on tap is not one of my recipes, but I wanted to share this with you because we're going to make this tonight. So, you know, a lot of people miss bread and bagels and pizza. And my friend Rosette, who is the wife of Dr. Tro Kalasian, so Rosette Kalasian, has a company that makes keto stuff. So this is the pizza dough and bagel dough that we are going to make tonight. But she's got other things, cookie dough and brownies, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. So this is Rosette's mix, and we, the way that this works, who came to see me? Oh, hi, Vic. How are you? So I already got started because I figured, you know, why not? You guys don't need to watch me microwave cheese. I am going to melt this just a little bit more. This is 2 cups of just regular old shredded mozzarella cheese, part skim because you don't want it to be too oily. So you get the part skim mozzarella cheese, 2 cups so this makes either 12 bagels or 2 pizza crusts. We're going to make 6 bagels. So we're just going to make half of this. So this, the other half of the mix, I'll use to make a pizza crust later, another time. But so 1 package of this is 6 bagels, and 6 bagels or 1 pizza crust, or 12 bagels or 2 pizza crusts. Okay, so I think I figured that out. But anyways, we're going to make half of this. So I've got my, she's just got some new packaging too. I love it. Who came to see me? Hi, Ava. Oh, my friend Atsuko lives in Japan, and I might have to send some of this to you because I'm not sure if they ship internationally, but we're going to make this tonight. I'm also going to put some everything but the bagel. I just get this at Trader Joe's, but honestly, you can make this yourself. It's just sesame seeds and garlic and salt. So I have 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese melted here, and it's nice and melted in there. And then I'm going to do, she told me to do the egg next. All the directions are on the back. So we're going to put the egg in. And the egg is almost room temperature because I don't want the cheese to seize up. And the packaging even says that the egg is not going to fully mix in, but to get it started into the mixture. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hi, Bernice. How are you? I know, Vic. Aren't they amazing? So, okay. So then after you get the egg kind of mixed in there, then we're going to do 1½ cups of the dough. So this is a ½ cup mixture. I will do 3 of these. This is a gluten-free, keto-friendly. It's I would say probably mostly almond flour. I'm just going to pour it so that I can. My cup is a little bit too big there. So there is my 1½ cups. I did my egg and I did my cheese. So I'm going to mix this all together. I did wash my hands right before we got started because as soon as I get this mixed in, I'm going to start kneading it with my hands. You do not need to have a donut pan. Rosette says you can do this right on a cookie sheet with parchment paper. Oh, yes, you love my apron. But I did end up going to go get a donut pan a little like this weekend so that I was able to take care of it. Okay, so I have clean hands. My dough is really, it's coming together really nicely. So it's a really nice doughy mixture. So I'm gonna press that together with my hands. And she says if you need to use a little bit of oil on your hands, right? Yes. And so I'm going to do 6 balls of this, and you're going to make them into sort of like a snake, a long tube-like, and then you're going to put them in your dish. So I'll do 6 of these. After we're done making, when we get these bagels into the oven, then we're going to get started on the sauerkraut soup. Who would have thought you guys would be so interested in sauerkraut soup? I have, been a fan of sauerkraut, but I never knew that it would be something that everybody would really clamor over. So this is a very exciting, it's a super easy recipe. This is something that the kids can actually help you with these bagels. You can probably add some chopped jalapenos in these. I mean, that's something that I would probably try to do, spice them up a little bit. I imagine you could even make them sweet if you wanted to. And this is really fantastic. So I'm told that these stay really well in the freezer. So if you wanted to have a bagel in the morning, and then they toast up really, really well. So we'll just continue pulling this all together. So Rosette has, with her sister, they have a whole line of mixes. It's called rosettesmix.com. And they have chocolate chip cookies. They have coconut macaroon. They have yellow cake mix. They have no sugar cookie. And then they have a new one called protein brownie mix. I got 2 of those. So we're gonna try out a lot of these, and we're gonna really have some fun with Rosette's stuff. Now, I don't eat these things all the time, and everybody's a little bit different. These items I really use as a bridge to continue my low-carb life. Occasionally, I will feel like some bread or, a dessert. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at, okay, quickly, let me wash my hands. Because I'm going to get the everything but the bagel seasoning on there, and then I got to show these to you. They're so cute. I have my oven going at 350, and my cute boyfriend, Peter, got me a fan right over there. You can't see it, but it has made my life so much easier. Hi, Carol from Sydney. Nice to see you. Oh, and Noelle. It's so great to see you, Noelle. I'm thinking about your child. I've been, saying my prayers, and I hope he's feeling better. Okay, so we have... There are bagels. I'm going to put a little bit of everything but the bagel, sprinkle it right on top. Don't have to be fancy about this. And I actually like more, but not everybody does. Okay, so we're going to get these into my 350-degree oven. Shake the extra stuff off of there. There is my everything but the bagels. Oh, Suzanne from New York. Nice to see you. Okay, these are going to go into the oven for 12 minutes. And then we'll check on them. They should be done in about 12 minutes, but I'm very excited for how quickly those came together. Okay, let's get busy on our sauerkraut Kielbasa soup. Okay, I've always kind of been a fan of sauerkraut, but I never really know what to make with it. So tonight, that ends, and I'm going to show you this super cool, very easy sausage. It's a Kielbasa and sauerkraut soup. So So I've got a heavy stock pot here. Who came to see me? Oh, from Louisiana. Hi, Sharon. How are you? And Nebraska, Darcy, and Chi-Town, my little Chicago friends. How are you? Okay, so I've got about 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil in my heavy stock pot. You could use butter if you wanted to. You could use avocado oil if you wanted to. I'm just going to get this heated up nice and hot. I've already chopped up my kielbasa, but I wanted to show you what it looks like. In case you've never used kielbasa, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of this. You'll see these in the supermarket, and I used to see them and just walk right by them because I was like, that looks a little scary to me. But I am trying to branch out in my keto world, and this brand, Boar's Head, is actually pretty readily available at every supermarket, and I like it the best because it has 0 carbs, and all the ingredients are things that I can read. And it's pretty inexpensive. I think this whole pound was only $6. So anyways, Boar's Head would be my #1 choice. All of the other brands, Hillshire Farms and Farmer John, they do have carbs and they do have fillers, but if that's all that you have, then that's what you'll have to use. And it's just a tiny bit more carbs than what Boar's Head is. So Boar's Head, 0 carbs and pretty inexpensive and pretty readily available. So I bought an extra one just so I could show you what it looks like. But this is what I did. I took my sausage and I cut it up into these little, I cut them at a bias and then I cut them in half. So they're nice sized chunks for my soup. And I'm going to put them right in the hot oil and I'm going to start browning them and caramelizing them. And as soon as that'll probably take about 3 to 5 minutes while our kielbasa is browning, because you don't need to learn how to brown kielbasa. You can see how it's going. I wanted to just take this time to show you a few of the things that Rose, I'm not like a paid sponsor or anything. I just love the fact that she is a mom and she is starting a business and she's trying to help her husband and her family be healthier. And so this is the chocolate chip cookie mix. This is the protein brownie mix. This is the coconut macaroon. So there's lots of options, and you don't have to buy all of the things, the almond flour and the erythritol and the xanthan gum and all those things. You don't have to buy them all. If you want to just get one of these, you add butter and a little bit of vanilla and an egg. It's a really great option, and shipping is super quick. It is a little bit more expensive than something you would get in the regular supermarket, but you get what you pay for, and it's low carb. So and they store well, and they're really delicious. So that is super excited. It's got a little Ziploc on here so I can close the dough up so I can use this at another time. My kielbasa is still browning. I'm just going to give it a couple more seconds. I wanted to show you 2 other things. Somebody told me last week that you guys really love when I share keto things that I find. And I go to the supermarket a lot, and I'm like a investigator. And so not sure if you guys have ever had these before. Again, I would not say that this is the first thing that I would choose. I want to promote healthy, whole foods. However, sometimes you need a crunch, and sometimes you need a snack, or sometimes you need a treat. And I would much rather that you eat something like this than like Doritos, or like this. This is the Cool Ranch flavor. 1 whole bag is 4 grams net carbs. 4 grams net carbs. It just satisfies that thing, and you don't have to have these all the time, but these are at most supermarkets, sometimes in the Whole Foods section, like the organic specialty food section, and they're not cheap. So you don't want to be buying these all the time, but they're a great substitute. If you are going to reach for Doritos, I'd much rather that you reach for something like this. Someone just asked what the dough is called. I'm going to show you. This is the package. It's called Rosette's Mix, rosettesmix.com. And there's a whole line of really awesome things. And she just told me this morning that they have restocked because they just went live with this like a couple of weeks ago, and then they sold out immediately. So Rosette's Mix. And you can find them on Instagram and all the different social media and stuff. So this weekend was Low Carb USA, had their virtual summit, and all of the amazing doctors and experts in the field of keto, low carb, and fasting all came together and were giving all of the latest information and latest studies on keto and low carb. And they asked me, little me, to do a segment. So I did a breakout session about how to stock your pantry, how to clean everything up in your pantry. You can go online to lowcarbusa.com, and the virtual conference is still, I think it's going to live there for a while, and you can use code The Kelly Kitchen, and you can get $30 off, I think. But I also have a book that has it all listed out. So if you're interested in my little pamphlet about how to clean up your keto kitchen and how to fill your pantry, then let me know, and I will I'll get that information to you. So our kielbasa is nice. It's all the edges are nice and brown, and I'm actually getting a nice char on the bottom of the pan. And I am at this time, I'm going to add 1 cup of chopped yellow onion. You can use white onion too. And I have 1 cup of chopped celery. And I'm being lazy because I didn't want to peel any garlic. But this is, oh, thanks. Vic is like my greatest fan other than my boyfriend and my parents. Oh, Vic, you're so cute. So this is just smashed garlic, and I keep this in my fridge when I get lazy and I don't want to do real garlic. So I'm going to do 2 cloves of garlic in here. And I'm going to let this, I'm going to stir this all to fully coat it. And I'm going to let the onions and the celery, I'm going to let that all sort of cook down and get a little bit translucent and soft. While that is happening, I completely forgot to do my chicken stock. So you guys get to see my little quick trick on chicken stock. So another cheat that I have, I guess, you know, I do a lot of my own bone broth, and I do buy Kettle and Fire bone broth because it's really the best. But this is my cheat. It's called Better Than Bouillon, and I just mix this with some water. The soup calls for 2 cups of stock. So let me grab a, I did have a measuring cup. Hold on. I'm going to grab 2 cups of chicken stock, which is 2 teaspoons of, whoops, shh, don't tell Peter I dropped it on the floor. So this is what the Better Than Bouillon looks like. It's just a soup base. They use this at a lot of restaurants, and quite frankly, it's not really like the best choice, but in a pinch, it's something that I use all the time. So that's about 2 teaspoons, and I'm going to have 2 cups of water with my, okay, so that's 1 cup. As soon as our onions have really softened up, I just got maybe like 1 more minute. Peter's watching, he just saw that. Shh, you guys don't tell him. I'm gonna pick up this pot here in a second. I'm gonna show you what this looks like because you'll see all of the onions and the celery getting nice and soft. Oh my word! The bagels, they're coming together. They're so, so cute and perfect. And I can't wait to toast one tomorrow with some cream cheese. This is what our kielbasa soup is starting to look like. Do you see our onions and everything is kind of coming together? So truth be told, one of the reasons why that recipe got to you guys so late is because I really didn't have a good picture of it. So we're going to, after this gets made tonight, we're going to be taking some more pictures of this. So we'll have some pretty pictures on the website to make it more appealing for people. People are visual and they like to see the pretty pictures. So anyways, we'll get to that. Okay, I mentioned those chips, but I also wanted to mention I am a huge lover of pork rinds. I know some people just kind of like can't get past it, but these have been a godsend, and I actually buy these by the case because they're much less expensive. They're only $2 when you buy them by the case, and we have these with everything. We eat them with guacamole and other dips, and just, you know, as a snack in the afternoon. Oh, well, look at who has joined us, Miss Rosette. Miss Rosette has joined us. Bagels are in the oven. So excited. So anyways, I just get the plain pork rinds and I buy them by the case so that I always have something crunchy to satisfy, or to have like as a side to maybe some soup. There's our bagels. Let's check it out. Where's my, I lost my thing. Okay. Okay, everyone's oven is a little bit different. I'm going to turn these around. I'm going to give these one more minute. One more minute on the bagels because I want them to have a nice little like brown texture to them. They're so, it is like Christmas mornings. Rosette, check it out. Woo! Okay, our soup still going. Time to pour in our chicken stock. This is just 1 cup of water, but two teaspoons. I'm going to get another cup of water here in a second. And we are going to bring that to a boil. And really what we're trying to do with that boil is we're trying to pull, can you see? We're trying to pull all of that flavor gold from the bottom of the pan and bring that up so that it flavors your soup. Now, kielbasa and sauerkraut have a lot of sodium in them. I am not afraid of sodium, but because they have a lot of salt, I'm not going to add any salt. You need to test for yourself to see. Oh my gosh! This is like a miracle. Look at my bagels. All hail Queen Rosette. How cute are those bagels? Okay, I'm going to let these cool down a little bit, and maybe a little bit later we will slice them open and see the bready texture. But I'm so excited. They smell amazing. Look at how they rose up. They're nice and puffy. Those are amazing. So excited. Here's the thing. You can make those with fathead dough, but I just would never do it. I just would never like take the time to do that. That's why I love this packaged stuff that Rosette makes. It's just like it's so easy. And I don't do it all the time, but it's nice to have that. Okay, our soup, our kielbasa, and our onions and our celery is it's coming to a boil, and that is going to pull up all those flavor bits. In the meantime, I just have to remind myself what I'm doing here. Okay, so this is the sauerkraut that I use, also boar's head. This is sitting right next to the kielbasa. They just know. Kielbasa, Polish sausage, it's all sauerkraut and sausage. And anyways, this is 16 ounces, I believe. Yeah, 1 pound. And you're going to use all of the brine in here, all the juice. If you happen, Oh, Sherry just asked, where are Rosette's packaged goods made? Where can you find them? Go online to rosettesmix.com. rosettesmix.com. Let me just show this one more time. rosettesmix.com. No apostrophe in there. And, oh, so they aren't shipping overseas, but maybe sometime soon. Anyways, back to this. Sauerkraut. We're going to pour this whole thing, including the juice, right inside our soup. We're also going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. Okay, so this is just starting to boil. I'm just going to pour, look at, I just poured that right in there. And I've got 1 cup of heavy cream. And we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of dill and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. The dill gives it a really nice flavor. Just, you can use fresh, but you know, I use dried. I have no patience. I have a brown thumb when it comes to gardening outside. And then just a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper as well. Gives it a little bit of a bite. And that is it. So I'm going to mix all this together. This is going to come to a boil in about 5 minutes or maybe less. And then we're just going to let it simmer while I am making our Pina Colada popsicles. Okay, so soup is fully mixed. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. And we're going to, don't worry, we're going to cut those bagels open so you can see how delish they are. Okay, so we'll put the lid right here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my soup over here so I can do the Pina Colada popsicles. I got an interesting email today. It was a beginner, somebody that was super beginner keto low carb. And she was a little bit annoyed with me. And she said, I don't understand. After 30 days on keto, I can eat fruit and bread. So I had to respond to her to say, no, actually, I'm not making bread or using fruit. What I use are extracts. So I have a pineapple extract and I have a coconut extract. I'm using coconut milk, which you can get at any supermarket. Just regular unsweetened coconut milk, regular unsweetened coconut milk. So I'm bringing my coconut milk to a simmer here. I have got 1/3 of a cup of Lakanto monk fruit sweetener. It is a blend. It's kind of like sugar. It's the texture of sugar, but it's mostly erythritol. So it's a sugar alcohol, and it's blended with monk fruit to give it a little bit extra sweetness. And we're going to add our monk fruit sweetener. Well, it's a erythritol monk fruit blend to our coconut milk. We'll give this a little whisk, and we're just going to have this in the saucepan here for just a few minutes so that we give the sweetener a chance to melt a little bit. Who said, oh, Sherry, you're so cute. Good. I'm so glad somebody just said, you know, you can pretty much probably get kielbasa and sauerkraut anywhere. So, and I know it's not soup season right now, but it is coming. Soup season is coming, I promise. Before you know it, it will be upon us. So I've got my monk fruit sweetener whisking in with my coconut milk. Some people ask what's the difference between coconut milk and coconut cream. The coconut cream comes in a can, and it's thicker, and it has a lot more fat in it. The original recipe that I made with this actually used the canned kind, but I found that the coconut milk is much more readily available. And I just figured it was, something that I could not have to break open a can because we have coconut milk for other things. You know, I do a dash in my coffee or whatever. Yes, Mindy, winter is coming. That's okay. We're already inside anyways. Okay, so let me just tell you a little bit about the flavor extract. So this is pineapple. It's by a company called Olive Nation. I only get this online, always at Amazon. And they have like hundreds of flavors. You can get root beer, you can get cotton candy, you can get all the different fruits, strawberry, orange, banana. But I have pineapple, and then I have coconut as well. So normally I would like to say that you guys, you know, I might have some sort of a substitution for you, but because this is Pina Colada, there's no substitution. This would be something that you would have to get. If you only could find coconut extract at your supermarket, you could just make coconut popsicles. That's completely fine. Just omit the pineapple. So we're not going to add these until we take this off of the stove, because we don't want to cook down the flavor. And I think our sweetener is nice and melted inside of there. What I like to do is I like to pour. So in my pourable container right here, I have a cup of unsweetened plain almond milk. Now you could do coconut milk in this too, and I do this because before we put them into the freezer, you want them to cool down. So by having already room temperature or cooled almond milk, it cools down the process. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put this right in here. Please, God, don't let me drop this. It should be fine. And I want this in a pourable container because we're going to pour it into our popsicle molds. Now, somebody just asked me, there is a keto-friendly extract company called One-on-One Flavors or Sweet Company that sells amazing. Okay, great. All these different options, like everybody needs to know about them because sometimes it's hard to find them all. So thank you for that. I sometimes just find stuff at the supermarket, and sometimes I'll stumble across them elsewhere. So anyways, we're going to do 1 tablespoon of pineapple extract. I feel like I'm going on a Caribbean cruise. Peter, let's go to the Caribbean. So I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of pineapple extract, and then I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of coconut extract, and there's 1 teaspoon of that. So we'll give this a nice little mix. Now, here's the other thing. So I would like to say that you don't really need the xanthan gum, but the xanthan gum, which is just a vegetable fiber, gives your popsicles a little bit of a chew, less icy, if that makes sense. So who's jealous of me? Such a good selection of sugar-free keto products. Rhonda, where are you from that you don't have that stuff? I feel so bad for you. I wanna send people care packages. Okay, back to my xanthan gum. This, I want to say that it's not totally necessary, but it really does add a nice texture, and you only need a teeny tiny bit. It's a vegetable fiber, and I'm just going to sprinkle this over like pixie dust. You could actually also add shredded coconut if you wanted to. I'm going to turn my soup down. Nice simmer. And so you're going to sprinkle that in there. You're going to whisk it. And then once your popsicles have frozen and you're ready to eat them, it has the texture more of like a fudgesicle. Like it just has sort of like a creamier thing going. So anyways, oh, Rhonda, Australia. Well, it's a nice place to live, though. I know that there's probably stuff coming your way. So new stuff is coming all the time. I promise. Okay, so I have popsicle molds. I've got so many popsicle molds, but I actually prefer to make my popsicles in just these little paper Dixie cups. There's nothing special about these. It's just a 3-ounce paper Dixie cup. And then I've got my popsicle sticks that I get at the craft store or CVS, or I get them online. You get like 200 for like $3. Super, super easy. And one of the main reasons why I love popsicles as a keto treat is because for 3 grams net carbs, it takes you like 10 minutes to actually eat it. Whereas if I were just going to have like 1 cookie for 3 carbs, it would be gone in like 2 bites. So just keep that in mind when you're making popsicles. You know, we still are in the summer months, so it's nice to have that. So I put it in a pourable container so that I can easily pour it into my cups here. If you have molds, you can stick the popsicle sticks right in. I have the molds, but I prefer not to use them. So I'm going to let these freeze for a little bit and get a little slushy. And then once they are slushy, I will add the popsicle stick so that the popsicle stick will stand up straight. That's a little one, sorry. So there. Pina Colada popsicles. So these are going into my freezer probably for like a half an hour, and then I will stick the popsicle sticks in them. And these will be done. Whew, I should have made some room before I came on live. Sorry, guys. Okay. I have the world's smallest freezer, and I just make these things work. Okay. 2 more things. I wanted to, we're going to cut those bagels in just a second, but I would be remiss if I did not bring up that today is my last day of my 30-day challenge. I went 30 days doing the daily 6 things. And I'm not kidding you. It has been the best experience for me. I have a skip in my step. All my clothes fit beautifully. I will be posting pictures. A little embarrassing to be in my bikini, but you know, just some before and after, so you can see the change from walking every day, eating low-carb foods every day, intermittent fasting every day, drinking a gallon of water every day, doing a little bit of education every single day, and taking a progress picture. This has been life-changing. You can find this for free. It's a free challenge. You can go on any one of my Facebook groups or go on my website. Or if you can't find it, just let me know and I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. It comes with a list of foods. It comes with a list of education sources. And it's just a really great way to track your progress. And I'm so thrilled with this challenge. It's called the Daily 6 30-day challenge from the Kelly Kitchen. And if you've heard about 75 Hard, that's where I sort of got the idea. My friend Amy Jo and I have been kind of going back and forth, and she's been doing this with me. And, you know, we found something that really worked for us and I think can work for everybody. I mean, everybody can walk, or pretty much everybody can walk. And if we're already eating low-carb foods, of course, there's no desserts and there's 0 alcohol, 0, 0, 0 for 30 days. But I'm just thrilled, and I wanted to share that with you guys. If you want to know more about it, let me know. I had a DEXA scan. If you guys have ever heard of a DEXA scan, it's an all-over body fat scan. They have them kind of in most major cities. I think it was like $50 or $40, and I laid on this table and it got like an accurate measure of my body fat and my bone density and my muscle mass before I started this challenge. And so I'm going tomorrow to do another scan to see what kind of progress I have made. So I will make sure that I will post all of those results, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to be pretty amazing and and show a lot of progress. So it's time to cut the bagels. This is, okay, so I think the muffin tin that I got was more of like a donut hole, but I don't really even care. Let's take a look at this. Can you see this? Let me see. Let me leave this here. I want you guys to see these bagels because they're just amazing. Oh my gosh, look at it. That's so cute. Rosette, you're a genius. Bagels. Toast these up with some ghee or some cream cheese. I am not kidding you. Anybody that's worried about getting breakfast on keto and low carb, make a dozen of those and keep them in the freezer. Boom, there's 12 breakfasts for you. Super easy. Let me just check our soup and then we'll be all done. You guys, this night has gone so fast. I don't want you to go away. I lost my ladle. Where's my ladle? Here it is. Okay, so, look at our soup. Let me get a beautiful bowl. Nice bowl of soup. This recipe serves 6 people or 6 servings. You can add a little bit of xanthan gum to this soup also, just to thicken it up even more. Ooh, getting a little hot, but there. Can you see? That is my sauerkraut and sauerkraut soup with kielbasa. Super easy. You guys, this has been so fun. I love coming to see you guys every single week. This is the highlight of my week. So I hope you will keep watching and asking questions. One note is that I will not be here next week. It is Labor Day, and I will be on a boat in the middle of the ocean, so I will not be making it back, but I will be certain to be able to post some recipes between now and then so that you guys can enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Again, like, share, subscribe, hit the button, hit the bell, hit the whatever that you guys do with all of the social media. You can find most of the recipes on my website, thekellikitchen.com, and I will see you not next week, the week after. Okay? Bye, guys. Let's eat. It's dinner time.